Inland Waterways Authority of India bra ekta initiative luigena ajulaka tin de near to resort te stakeholders laka conference ekta rakhikena thakise ajulaka tin de guest of honor do Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Minister of Port Shipping and Waterways thakise kotha kra homoi taibra kuise ki central government bra led by Prime Minister Modi Northeast region de alak initiative luigena development oporde noilebi growth oporde phi saigina ayase kuise taibra kuise ki India pitorde Northeast to develop na huile do India as a whole develop grow na parbo kuise itunumide India pitorde kiki laga growth noilebi development thagile do Northeast pi promote kurubo lage ona kuise kotha gro moi taidobi kuise ki toyang which is considered as falcon capital of the world itu laga flora aro fauna bi special attention ekta dibo lagi kuise ajilaga tinde chief guest to state laga chief minister Ministerial takise taibra kotha gro homoi du kuise ki ajilaga tin laga initiative to luigina ekbar saile du naga manugan kharni ekta wake up call ase kuise kotha gro homoi chief minister Ministerial bai du bi kuise ki amikha laga state Nagaland du bishi reach ase will be due to unresolved naga political issue amikha laga state Nagaland du bore hui jai kuise ajilaga tin de especially Dizu aro Zungi Waterways laga borde lukina kotha kurise alak technitaries khan bi ahigina ajilaga program de part luise aibi ami khan ajilaga program oport luigina detail pra sai lobo
time frame for the survey, and if the survey is positive, if it's feasible, then will there be any time frame to complete?
We are here to develop the waterways for the kind of seamless movement of our vessel, cargo vessel, passenger vessel, and also the cruise vessel. So Nagaland, along with the other state of Northeast, highly potentially powerful state in terms of national waterways and also the water bodies. So there are many spots where we could develop it, and we have also 101 national waterways that is linking with the Myanmar, also to the Bay of Bengal. So this kind of resourceful waterways is there, and also we have the Doyang Lake, one of the most beautiful lake in the entire region, which is known to be the falcon capital of the world. So these are the flora and fauna available in this state, and considering all these available resources, Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways under the direction of Honorable Prime Ministers, we are taking a lot of initiative in the entire region to give access to the the stakeholders, importer, exporter, and also tours and travel operators to draw the attention of the nation as well as globe for kind of better connectivity, better communication, and also for the promotion of cruise tourism. So I believe in this regard, we'll take a lot of initiative along with the other state in the state of Nagaland also. Honorable Chief Minister Yoji is also extending his full support to the Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways. And I hope that as in the last 10 years, whatever initiative we have taken, this was never before. During the UPA regime, this has never been initiated, but Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who loves the entire Northeast, and also he put his best possible effort for the speedy growth of the entire region. That is why, along with the other ministry, he has directed our ministry also to take adequate measures on this spot so that this can facilitate the people of the Northeast as well as people of Nagaland for their speedy growth.
So will there be any time frame for the survey?
Of course, we'll have time frame, because once we undertake the project, within a time frame it will be completed so that we can give full facility to the people.
In fact, this is a very memorable evening and presence of our Honorable Chief Minister. The Honorable Minister Shri Sonowal ji, last 34 years back, we worked together for 5 years. He was in ASU, All Assam Student Office Spares, and I was in the NSF. After the gap of 34 years, we are meeting. Sir, during our days, we visited the border areas to have a closer relationship, to have a brotherhood among the Nagaland and Assam. Now the dimension has changed. You are coming here as a national leader to give the facilities for the inland waterways, which was not imagined by us. And you know very well our Northeast people, the Nagas especially, once we spoken out, we really want to do have the project. So since we have come here, definitely you are going to deliver us with the help of our state chief minister, Sri Inaugural and his government. We want to have this project, and then definitely we'll see that the project is implemented as per the satisfaction of the ministry. Sir, the project which is coming up in Zenki, Tansuri, and Duyang, for this to have a practically visible and the border between the two of our states, we need the good connectivity of road infrastructures. Unless we have the good roads connectivity to have the project, again the practical and the technical problems will start. So I'd like to request Honorable Minister if you can kindly take care of the problems which there is definitely going to bless it to your kind of authority. And to connectivity and to have the Northeast, the Chamber of Commerce, especially our brothers, to have a Chamber of Commerce, that they have their own mobilizations, but they don't have a platform to meet as the Chamber of Commerce among the Northeast states. So to have that, if your kind honor can see the tri-port, which is a 4-line coming up from Assam, crossing Patkai Road, hills, and connectivity to the Manipur. If in between, the place where we went around the border areas, and between there, if we can locate one of the tri-port, then there the Chamber of Commerce of the Northeast will have the platform, and it will foster the national economy from our Northeast state. And that will be another achievement during your administration. So we would like to request you, and we're grateful that you have all the stakeholders to have more closing together to fulfill the projects. Thank you, sir.
Inland waterways is an efficient and economical mode of transport as opposed to challenges faced by terrain due to the terrain that we have, bunds, frequent natural calamities, and other issues in road transport. In the northeastern region, it has the scope to fuel growth of many new industries like food processing, pharmaceuticals, cement, and at the same time improving the trade of tea and coal, etc. Though we do not have the advantage of being in the 7,500 kilometer long coastline of the country, the establishment of permanent terminals at the Pandu and Dhubri in Assam is an achievement for the region. Dhubri terminal has already moved 385 cargo vessels from Dhubri to Bangladesh. The construction of the Bogibeel Inland Waterway Terminal will contribute to the socio-economic development of not only Assam, but also the entire northeastern region. I congratulate the government led by Honorable Prime Minister Modi and Union Minister Sonomal Gangulia for the plan of not only opening waterways and operating vessels, but setting up a river transport specific skill center in Assam and setting up of a ship repairing center at the Pandu terminal in Guwahati, which will help youth from the region acquire the necessary skills to enter the industry, and also for the longest river cruise in the world from Varanasi to Dibrugarh, which has given an impetus to tourism. All these are step forwards of the Centre's Act East policy. Among the 20 rivers in the northeast declared as national waterways under the National Waterways Act of 2016, Nagaland has one project under Central Sector Scheme, development of Longmatra to Avangkal stretch of river Tizu-Zinki River, National Waterways 101. It is proposed to be a corridor to connect the state and the region to Southeast Asia. With the Ministry's active initiatives, we hope that this will be implemented soon. India ranks top in the world in the shipbreaking industry. With the requisite skill sets, our youth can avail employment opportunities in this sector and industry. I'm a member of the Parliamentary Standing Committee, where this ministry is also a part of it. And NDA, under the able stewardship of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi, moves ahead in its third term. Our Ministry of Shipping, Ports and Waterways, under Honorable Union Minister Sarvananda Sonowalji, is a major contributor to fueling the economic growth of the country. As we stand here at the threshold of becoming the third largest economy in the world, advantages for a rising Bharat is that we have a young population with over 50% of our population below the age of 25, and the proactive policies of the government to strengthen infrastructure will provide gainful employment to our youth. With Viksit Bharat aim to ensure last mile connectivity and saturation of all government policies and schemes, India is rising, and the Northeast and Nagaland, with continued necessary infrastructural and logistical support, will be a major catalyst in its growth. Jai Hind, thank you.
Inland waterways coming into Nagaland also is a very prospecting thing that we see today. I would just like to apprise some small things on the venture of the inland waterways in our state of Nagaland. Samanada, we always call him Dada only, because we feel very comfortable with him like that, because he is from Assam, he is an Assamese, he is from the land of the biggest river in the world, the Brahmaputra, which is also the eldest of all the sisters of the rivers and of the land. And we know that Sir resounds and resonates the Northeast. And today, we are very glad and happy that Sir Sonowalji has come to Nagaland on his maiden visit. I think after the Lok Sabha elections are over, Sir Sonowalji is the first Honorable Union Minister to visit us in Nagaland today. And Sir, on behalf of the Honorable Chief Minister, and also all of us that are here, we are very glad that you have come to give us such a beautiful occasion to express our thoughts. And also thank you for the initiative of the Inland Waterways, who are trying to give us the project of the Tizu-Zinki River. I think if you look at everything, especially to the officers and the bureaucrats of the government of India and the Waterways Ministry, I always have a small complaint, which I always share. One suit fitting everybody. Our Nagaland is a very small state, and whenever we sit down, Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Deputy Chief Ministers and all of us, we always talk about our people and the way forward for development and how the very small population of our state can be prosperous in every way by having the right developmental activities with the trust of the government of India and its programs and central sponsored schemes in our state of Nagaland. Today, if you go to Tizu-Zinki area and look for all the population around, you may not get it. And it may be less in the criteria of the things that you see. But I hope that we look for one step ahead before the things come to pass. And that is a very prospective waterway that can be developed to the advantage, not only for the Nagas, but to the advantage of the growing India towards Viksit Bharat and towards getting our inroads to Mandalay and elsewhere. So I think that is how we would like the ministry to look at our project of Nagaland. And also, when our officer and our bureaucrat talks about Doyan, I just don't want to say it across and repeat everything that the respected bureaucrats and officers have said. But Doyan River is one of the, most beautiful lake that has come about in the state of Nagaland. It is not only a pride for the Nagas and for the Lotha community as a district of the Lothas, but also for the northeastern people. And it is also generating good hydropower for us. It has become the world's falcon capital. Then I was telling Sir Dada that it's just around 30 kilometers away from Golaghat. And even today, sir, if you go near there, we will find so many SMS people coming in their bikes and scooters and in their vehicles during the weekends, and it has become a hotspot and a prospective tourism place. So kindly help us to develop that, Doyan River project into a successful venture for the people of Nagaland and for India, for our country as a whole. Lastly, sir. So almost all the rivers on the other side goes to the Brahmaputra. Whether it is Dhansiri, whether it is Cherang, whether it is Doyan, and many other rivers like that. And the rivers are not very big. And I know we cannot have ships in those rivers. And it would be very difficult to have such big things there. But sir, our connectivity to Assam and our relationship with the enterprise of a growing economic, vibrant Assam also give trust to a growing economy for Nagaland. And I believe that if our neighboring state, sir, your state, is doing well, it will not be very happy to leave behind Nagaland and go about. So at least allow us to be connected by the rivers in our little boats. I assure you I will not drive them, sir, because the boats may have difficult time. But we will connect ourselves with our organic food, our products, and come to Assam, and our big brother will take care of us. So thank you very much for this beautiful day. The government of the day led by the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Nefurio and our Deputy Chief Minister Shri Waipekon, and the alliance is strong enough, sir. And we look forward to the ministry people will say, we look forward to a vibrant Nagaland, to a prosperous Nagaland, and to contribute to Viksit Bharat, to a developed India 2047, which is the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, whose very closest Shri Sabunda Sonowal ji is here today to listen to all of us. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you to all of you.
I am honored to stand before you for this stakeholder conference today, which marks a significant stage in our effort to harness the potential of the Northeast region through the development of our inland waterways. The Ministry of both Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, has taken commendable strides in advancing our inland waterways ecosystem. This conference is an opportunity to reflect on our progress, share insights, and chart the course of future development. The Northeast region, with its vast network of rivers, offers a unique chance to enhance trade, tourism, and connectivities. By developing multimodal terminals, intermodal terminals, fairways, tourist cities, and community cities, we can transform our Northeast region into a thriving hub of economic activities. Our focus today is on identifying the key challenges and opportunities in the inland waterway transport sectors. We must consider the strategic importance of improving IWT sector. We must consider the strategic importance of improving regional connectivities and infrastructures. Enhanced connectivities will not only pose trade within the region, but also facilitate smoother and more efficient movement of goods and people. In the Northeast region holds tremendous promise for trade. Our waterways, including the potential of Toyang River in Nagaland, we can create new avenues for commerce, opening up markets and fostering economic growth. These will not only benefit local business, but also attract investment from outside the regions. Our aim should be to create a seamless and efficient transportation network that connects producer with consumers. River cruise tourism is another area where we can make significant strides. The natural beauty of the Northeast, with its lush landscapes and pristine rivers, present an ideal setting for a thriving tourism industry. By developing cruise routes and supporting infrastructures, we can attract tourists from across the globe, showcasing the unique cultural and natural heritage of these regions. This in turn will generate employment opportunities and boost the local economy. Toyang River, with its picturesque surroundings, can become a key distinction for river cruise tourism, drawing visitors and promoting sustainable tourism. Passenger and cargo transportation via waterways offers a sustainable and cost-effective alternative to traditional modes of transport. We can enhance the efficiency of our logistic network. Additionally, this mode of transport is environmentally friendly, contributing to our efforts to combat climate change. Today, as we deliberate on these important topics, I urge each of you to bring forth your expertise and insights. Let us work collaboratively to identify innovative solutions and best practices that can propel the IWT sectors forward. I would like to express my gratitude to the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways for organizing this conference led by our most respected Honorable Union Cabinet Minister Ji. His commitment to the development of the Northeast is truly commendable. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji for his visionary leadership and support in his interior. Thank you, Jai Hind.
We all know that waterways is the cheapest mode of transportation. The Honorable Prime Minister, who has always been saying that without transportation, there cannot be transformation. And for your information, the Ministry of Port, Shipping, Waterways is the largest transporter of the country. We handle 96% of exim cargo, 96% by volume and 70% by value. That is the mandate we have for the speedy growth of our economy in the country. And with that principal objective, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, this ministry is working hard day and night with the support of the people of the country. Wherever we have coastal area, wherever we have national waterways, in all this sector, we have been working to have the quality implementation of our declared project under different schemes like Sagarmala, Maritime Vision 2030, Amritkal Vision 2047, and many more. Mainly to modernize, to mechanize, to digitize our system, port operation, ship handling, and also inland waterways, and also for the overall development of the community residing on the riverbank as well as coastal area of the country. So, since 2014, when Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has taken over the responsibility of the Prime Ministers in the country, he made his vision very clear for the people of the country. That we have sufficient resources in the country. Our demography, our democracy, our diversity, these are the most important basis of our resources. With this strength, we'll have to speed up our growth by undertaking most modern approach, bringing perfect policy in right place, followed by program and quality implementation. So that is why you have seen the speedy growth of the country. From 11th position, only in the last 10 years, how India could jump to the position of 5th largest economy in the world. It is because of the able leadership, honest leadership, dedicated leadership, hard-working leadership, visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And Honorable Prime Minister, after going through the detailed observation, assessment, and study and research, discovered that one of the most potential zones of the country is neglected for the last so many decades, that is Northeast India. And he has taken a firm view and given clear direction to all the ministers, the Government of India, all the officers, all the concerned stakeholders, that Northeast is the most potential zone of the country. This is the Astalasmi. Without the growth of Northeast, India cannot grow. So that is why he has declared this is the new engine for India's growth. And with this level of commitment and dedication, he has devoted time and energy and initiative by engaging all the ministers to pay visit frequently to the northeastern states, not only as a tourist, but as a committed soldier of the country, for the promotion of Northeast, for the speedy growth of Northeast. That is why his direction was very clear, that you go and spend the night and having dialogue with the people of Northeast and try to understand their hopes and expectations. And please take their view and consider their view. And from your ministry, anything, any project pending for so many years, this is to be brought to the book and take a firm view that this particular project should be completed within a time frame. So this is how he had put his initiative, and you have seen earlier, we being the Northeasterner, we deeply realize it, that before 2014, when you are to approach the government at Delhi, it's very difficult to have their time. For days together, you have to spend your time in the hotel waiting for their green signal to come. But there was no availability, either of the ministers or the officers. But Honorable Prime Minister has said, no, you please don't harass the people of Northeast. You please go to their doorstep and contact them. And please make yourself available for their opinion to be put forward before you. And please have time for them so that they feel that capital has been shifted from Delhi to Northeast. And I believe this is practically happened. You also, I believe, feel it, because I am a Northeasterner. I need not have to say anything in access. But whatever reality of thing is happening, that is what I am just putting forward before you today. So I also, during my student leadership, as Jamir has rightly recalled those days, how NSF, ASU, and NESU, you all work together to bring peace and tranquility and strengthening our years-long brotherhood, friendship, and also working together for the steady growth of Northeast. This is what we had, a common agenda to follow. So during that time also, when on behalf of NESU, we went to Delhi waiting for central government's appointment. So this is the most, kind of regret, and we all always feel that this should not happen. And I believe Honorable Prime Minister has rightly taken a very, very strong view, and because of his visionary leadership, because of his love and affection to the people of Northeast, because of his dedication and commitment to the people of Northeast, whatever he could able to deliver in the last 10 years, because of this successful delivery of his initiative, now Northeast is not only known to the people of the country, but known to the people of the world. And this particular handbook, isn't it? This product, such a world-class product. I was just telling Honorable Chief Minister, and he was telling me that now in the global market, it is very, very highly accepted. This is the power of women of Nagaland. The skill of women in Nagaland. This is called women empowerment. And now, to promote this kind of traditional product, Honorable Prime Minister is wearing himself in a different given occasion. You have seen it in the national and global event. So this is his love to our culture, to our heritage, to our existence. And he wants that these are the people, most potential, courageous, honest, dedicated people of Northeast must be promoted, must be given space. That is what he did it. And that is why I have come today with a very clear agenda. I want to help out because it is his direction that you must go, and he has given direction to all the ministers. Even all other ministers are going to come. You have always been meeting them. So, now whatever available water bodies are here in Nagaland, and out of the 111 declared national waterways, one of the most potential national waterways is Tiju Junki. This is 101, national waterways number 101. Now it is, according to our officers, they are saying that even about years back, Honorable Chief Minister Yogi went to Delhi and he had also submitted a proposal. And he requested me to immediately take up a very, very strong initiative so that the movement of the cargo vessel, passenger vessel, cruise vessel may be possible. So, and today I am also informed that Doyang Lake, one of the most beautiful lakes in the entire North Sea, and which is known to be the falcon capital of the world, isn't it? So I believe the flora and fauna, whatever natural resources we have in this particular lake, I think it needs special attention from both of us, Government of India, Government of Nagaland. So definitely we'll put our effort, and as you know, national waterways, earlier up to 2014 it was confined to only 5. The cargo handling capacity was confined to only 30 million metric ton per annum. But Honorable Prime Minister, he has directed the concerned ministry and also the domain expert, please do the research and study properly and bring out the most feasible report to me after going through techno-economic feasibility report. This has been submitted, and with the National Waterways Act 2016, accordingly 111 altogether national waterways has been recognized in the country, with the distance more than 20,000 kilometers. In the coastal area from Gujarat to West Bengal, from west coast to east coast, Arabian Sea to Bay of Bengal, the total length is 7,500 kilometers. And in the inland waterways, the total length is 22,000 kilometers. So these are the potentialities. And in all the rivers, the draft of the water, draft depth, available water is not possible because during the winter season, the river bed comes up. As a result, the river becomes not feasible, not viable for our movement of vessel, either it is passenger vessel or cargo vessel. But there are some persons where water is full, sufficient draft is there, that can be properly utilized by way of developing infrastructure facility on the boat bank, so that this bank people can communicate the other bank of the people within a short span of time by crossing the river by the vessel. Number one. Number two, also sending their product to the other bank of the river within a short span of time. So this is the way, cheapest mode of transportation and exchange of culture and social amalgamation, everything is possible. Because water is the source of all kind of energy. And this waterways is a gift of God, not by created human society, but it is created by God. So this blessing, power should be properly utilized by the human psychology, human mindset, human kind of initiative and human vision. So this is why Honorable Prime Minister has given this direction to this ministry, that please take most relevant and most scientific, most modern initiative so that this particular waterways can give you prosperity, happiness, strength and ability, wisdom, knowledge and power. So this is what India is doing now under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister. Among the 149 maritime nations in the world, India now could able to position very competitively according to the World Bank Logistic Performance Report Index. We have been positioned earlier at the bottom line, but because of the Honorable Prime Minister's vision and modern initiative, we could able to promote our position in many parameters, 44 to 22nd, 58 to 38, and also could able to position 9 Indian ports within 100 top performing port of the world. So this is the power of the maritime trade, maritime initiative, maritime industry, and all kinds of maritime activities. That is why the student of Northeast, most potential, most resourceful, but they need the skill of the maritime trade, maritime industry, shipping industry. So that is why Honorable Prime Minister has directed us to set up a Maritime Skill Development Center in Northeast. Now it is running. In the near future, we want to develop among the 44 trade. If we could develop maximum student in the maximum trade, they will achieve that particular ability to operate cargo vessel, passenger vessel, cruise vessel, ocean cruise, river cruise, coastal cruise, all kinds of activities, and even port operation. So in all the parameters, the boys and girls from Northeast could perform not only in the Indian shipping industry, but across the world. This is what the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. That is why even in American Maritime Department, European Maritime Department, this Singapore and all Southeast Asia, Africa, Russia, everywhere, wherever the activity of maritime industry is far more powerful. And as you know, world trade is totally governed by Maritime Department. World trade, whether it is Pacific Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arabian Ocean, Gulf of Eden, Red Sea, Suez Canal, everywhere, you will discover that how world economy is governed by this particular sector. That is why this is the most resourceful sector where we need more manpower, highly skilled manpower. That is why we want to skill the boys and girls from Northeast. That is why many more institutions are going to come to provide high skill to our young generation so that tomorrow they can be well established, well settled in different jobs in the operations of this particular sector, and also creating avenues for their employment, and also generating revenues, and also income generation directly and indirectly. Just I want to cite out one example and I will conclude. In the recent past, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, we have Badawan, Maharashtra. The port will have a handling capacity of 23.2 million TEUs. This is one of the top 10 ports in the world. And this port not only generates the higher amount of revenue for the country, but this port is going to provide job for 12 lakhs people. 12 lakhs, more than 1 million. That is why to have 12 lakhs skilled people around, Northeast will also have to play very important. That is why this skill giving to the young generation is very, very important. That's why I have come with this particular submission for all of you. Nagaland is always known, most cultured, most courageous, brave, very nice people around, very honest, very committed people. And above all, you have rich traditional culture, heritage, and to make India self-reliant nation. Along with the other states of the country, Nagaland will also have to play very, very important tomorrow. And this ability and power is very much with you. And that is why with this particular conviction, I believe we'll have to walk together hand in hand. भारत सरकार और प्रदेश सरकार, नागालैंड सरकार, दोनों सरकार मिलकर हम एक साथ काम करेंगे और हमारे बीच जो भी जलमार्ग आप लोगों ने जो भी अभी हमें कहा है कि इस जलमार्ग पे कदम उठाना चाहिए ताकि हम क्रूज टूरिज्म को बढ़वा दें। जितना भी क्रूज इंडस्ट्री बढ़ेगा इतना ही हमारा रोजगार संभव होगा और हमारे नागालैंड की जो भी एक्सपोर्टर इंपोर्टर है उनके लिए भी मैं विशेष रूप से आग्रह करता हूं, एक्सपोर्टर एंड इंपोर्टर ऑफ नागालैंड, प्लीज डू यूटिलाइज व्हाटएवर facility we are developing on the river Brahmaputra and its tributary. Now, because of the dredging facility we made available, we are bringing over-dimensional cargo, which is not possible by truck, from Haldia, Calcutta port to Numaligarh refining. For the expansion project of Numaligarh refining, it is Inland Waters Authority of India, CISL, carrying all these over-dimensional cargo. One cargo, you have seen it in the paper, I believe it on TV also. So far, 6 consignment we have brought by Dhansi River. Dhansi is a river starting from Nagaland, isn't it? So, this river is providing these waterways. And the cheapest, because this over-dimensional overweight cargo cannot be transported by truck or trolley. It will create a problem in the roadways. That is why we have come into an agreement with the Numaligarh refining, and according to the agreement, whatever over-dimensional cargo will be brought to the different part of the globe and different part of the country, it will be all being transported through waterways. From Calcutta through Bangladesh to Dhubri and to Kaziranga, then Dhansi, and by dredging, making the sufficient draft for the movement of the vessel to the targeted destination. This is what successfully you are operating. Now, Nagaland is very close to this particular part, and tomorrow, if somebody, one of you, like to transport your cargo for our vessel to Calcutta and from Calcutta to the global market, this can be accessible. You can utilize it. We are always be helpful to you because we are bringing many more schemes now to give incentive to the vessel operators and also the cargo transporter, so that they feel very comfortable by way of undertaking waterways as the most cheapest mode of transportation for the future faster growth. With this word, I again extend my heartiest thanks to Chief Minister Yogi for giving this time to this event along with your colleague, and really this particular event for the first time happening being in the hill state, I am thinking that we Northerners must have a strong feeling of togetherness in the field of action and initiative. That is why, under the direction of Honorable Prime Minister, I have come here today, and you have all supported this event to make a grand success. Really, I am especially thankful to all of you present here today, and appeal all the tours and travel operators and also the cargo handlers, exporter, importer. Please do contact with our regional office. Anything you want, we are always there to help you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
At the outset, I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to my friend, my brother and my good neighbor, Mr. Sunawalji, his entourage, for visiting Nagaland. And as Imna had stated, he had earned the distinction of the first Union Minister of this third term of NDA to the state of Nagaland, for which we are very grateful to you and to your Chief Ministry who have come all the way. Our respect and our appreciation will always be with you, and we look forward that we work together like before. Being a son of the soil from the northeast, which is Assam, the mother state of all the northeastern states except Sikkim, who joined lately. And therefore, even the British time, when the British were ruling, they passed a law in the London Parliament, British Parliament. That time, the capital was West Bengal, Kolkata. Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act that came and had protected the hill tribals and the northeast as one component, one part of the Indian Union. You are aware, India is a vast country. I believe it has 552 princely states. India is never a country, it is a subcontinent. And in that huge kingdom, empire of India, this northeast, now called, is one unit. And even today, central government, they take us as one unit, and that's how we call it Northeastern Council, where a special funds are provided to bring forward and develop at par with the central government. I had the privilege of being a friend to our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. 3 terms as Chief Minister, we work together, we attend meetings together, we travel abroad together, and we shared a good friendship. His vision and his works is tremendous. And that's how, as already explained by Sonawalji, how our economic and other developmental activities has pushed up to the present stage. The country, the world, our standard have been brought up to, from bottom to middle to the forefront, among the top 10. And we live still today as fifth economic power in the world. We are targeting for third, and over and above Prime Minister Modi ji's vision to be called as a developed country by 47. So that vision, and that's why he made a statement, look is policy into act is policy. And as mentioned by our Minister Shipping, Sonowalji, the cabinet, senior cabinet, who are performing well, were given the same portfolios because the initiatives and the work that has begun, it has to be completed. We can call Modi ji as a young man in hurry, but now an old man in hurry to achieve that goal, 2047. And we are a part and parcel of that. If we are not awake and grasp the vision and become a part and partial, a participant and a contributor to this goal, will be left behind. Therefore, his coming here is a wake-up call for the state of Nagaland. We are still having that mind of government job, government support. There is no industry, there is no big entrepreneurship, there are no factories, and few only made in Nagaland. Only depending on the government. Government can do 10%, and the private sector, they have to give contribution of 90%. It depends on the people because of the growth of economy. Paying tax to the government, that taxpayers' money is used to make a robust economy. And therefore, fortunately, unfortunately, Nagaland, we are privileged people, we are tribals, we don't pay income tax, wealth tax, property tax. We are free from all this burden. We know only how to receive, but we don't know how to give. And that's why, even this time, your ports, shipping, and waterway, these are new things to us. We have to come out from our comfort zone and go beyond. So that these new ventures, we have to fully participate and take the benefit. Unless the participations come from the people themselves, the department alone cannot do anything. There is a saying, God Almighty who did everything, and there is nothing He cannot do. But there is a saying that God can do everything, anything, but He don't do it alone. Whatever He does with human beings. So you have to take part. And that's where things come. Thou shalt eat from the sweat of thy brows. Through your sweat, through your hard work, you will eat. And therefore, we know, everybody knows, and we learned that 90% of our body is water. Water is life itself. And water, we're talking about seaport, we're talking about shipping, we're talking about waterways. And Northeast has a very heavy rainfalls. Many countries, they hardly get any rain, small percentage. Even in Arab worlds, there rains only once or twice in a year. And that's why most of the places are desert. Water is life. And when you see the civilization of the world, any cities, any towns, any habitations, who progressed today building a big city, all towns and cities are on the seashore or on the river banks, where you have the communication of waterway, the cheapest way of transport, without inventing the engine. The people row the boat, the people get direction from the wind, and they sail. Thing has changed, but water use is not changed. It is more relevant today than before. So as mentioned, Tizu and Zunki, that is our priority and most important river, which flows from the Kiphere, Hek, and it goes to Myanmar. Tizu Zunki, it goes to Tamanti Port in Chingwin River. So this is navigable. And there are two hydro proposed, the lower Tizu and the upper Tizu. So maybe if we want to make it a route of waterway, exporting our products, maybe we have to decide to have hydro in the upper sector, and maybe we forgo the lower sector. Because I visited that area through helicopter and through vehicles. I drove myself up to our Wazeho cement plant. I went to Shiloi Lake. I drove to Mimi, opposite side of the river. And it is mountain after mountains, and mountain is limestone, and precious stones. You go to the riverbed, you will see different colors of stones. Our honorable advisor, Kisubio, he is from that, he represents that area. And one night we slept in the river for fishing to see the hydro site. It's amazing. So rich mineral. On the other side of the river is our another advisor on the other river bank. So two ministers. Today why they are here? Because it's about Tizu Zunki. One side is the Yemchangers, one side is their Pochuris. This area so rich mineral, and all these minerals, mega cement plants, marble stones, precious other stones are lying, not being touched. And all these things, it is much easier to export from the waterway to the Chiwing River in Tamanti Port and carry to West Bengal and elsewhere. And all our cement products will go that way to feed Myanmar and other distant areas. Because transport to come this side by road, it's going to be costly. And also, you are talking about other rivers. Dikhu River, historically by raft, indigenous method, or by Doyang lower section, it is navigable. And then, you see, this side of the water river that is flowing, it is a rich mineral belt, oil deposit, oil and gas, then your coal, mountains and mountains, and then your stone, which is in high demand. It is now going up to Assam and to Bangladesh by rail. And fortunately, Nagaland is a hill state, but we have out of 16 districts, 8 districts has plain area. From Mon to Longland, Longland to Mokokchung, Mokokchung to Wokha, Wokha to Newland, Newland to Dimapur, Dimapur to Chumugadima, Chumugadima to Pere. Therefore, we are talking about foothill roads. And all these are foothill, plain areas. It is a huge plain area in 8 districts. This is a mineral belt. That's why we want Nagaland Expressway. And we had also proposed, and in 2013, the railway on this line is approved by the railway board. But because we could not do our foothill road, the villagers are not willing to part for the railway. First, you make the road, then we give land for the railway track. And that's where we got stuck up. Nagaland is rich, but because of our Naga political issue, unresolved issue, we are rich, but we remain poor. Why? Because we did not exploit our resources. And even coming to waterways, we have many water bodies, and we have to create more water bodies. Select your Dansari River going through Dimapur down, your Chathe River going down. All these are tributaries of Bhavapuram. And in a town like this, my good sir, we need a dam to create a water body along the river so that boating and transport, why traffic should get jammed on the street? There should be waterway along the river creating a dam. Particularly Dansari, a long stretch can be a water body. You develop the bank and it becomes beautification. All these are eco-friendly and eco-tourism. And a lot of employment and it will boom. We have the human capital. We are an educated society. IT civil. These resources has to be utilized. And as mentioned, maritime college and maritime workers has to be created. A lot of jobs will come. Therefore, in the Northeast, if such come, our boys and girls have gone out to work, any kind of works. But when you are skilled, when you are trained, you will get better job, you will be paid handsomely. That's why our beloved Sunowalji, Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, has come to us. We are the stakeholders. Why meeting with us. That means he wants our involvement and participation. If we don't do anything, Ministry cannot do anything for us. We have to fully participate. And why Prime Minister is giving the same portfolios to few senior ministers, very important departments, because Prime Minister knows, he has a vision, he wants consistency. Who are having innovation and consistency and the right vision to go forward. Every minister who is holding special responsibilities, they will boom economy, development, and build the nation. And therefore, he cares for the Northeast. As mentioned, Assam is the mother state of all the Northeastern states. He is a neighbor, he is a brother, he is a friend. So his commitment, he has come to us. We appreciate him, and the department was supporting his vision. For the state government, me and my colleagues, we will try to convince our youth to fully participate, the stakeholders to give support and cooperation. And we must take the benefit for the future of our younger generation. So, with these few words, my appreciation and our friendship will continue as stated. Together, we will contribute for our society and for our country. All the very best. You are staying one night in Dimapur. It is very rare and it is not an easy thing for the minister, who is a very busy person, and the official team who are with him, to spend a night in the most interesting. But I hope you'll have a pleasant stay and a memorable one. And on behalf of the people of the state, thank you once again, and we'll work together. Looking forward to your fullest cooperation and support. Thank you and Jai Hind.